Folks, it is time for the final event of Night of Destruction #1 of 2014 for the low budgets here at Irwindale Speedway.
We're ending it big. We're ending it huge.
Yeah. When we were going into this night, we saw the schedule. We're like, we know what they're thinking here.
Yeah.
We know why they put the trailer race at the end, and I'm sure you guys do too. Trailer race, always a big thing. But Tommy, up to this point in the night, how worn out are you?
Oh, man, I'm worn out. Having to worry about all these cars today and throughout the week. Getting up to right now, I'm feeling pretty heated. But feeling heated as in like I am sweating like crazy, man. But I'm also excited right now. We're gonna go trailer racing, one of my most favorite events to ever be a part of, because that's where we get to let loose, go out there, have a lot of fun,
freestyle,
tear stuff up. It's a freestyle event of the night, and obviously the scheduling put us last because we're gonna make it look disastrous out there.
Oh yeah, Tommy, I know that for both of us, I think there's a mindset. For people always ask you about the nerves you get in a race car. For both of us, I imagine it's the second that car fires up and you know you're running, those nerves go away. It's time to put on a show. And
these cars have been sitting in the pit area throughout the entire week.
That's right.
We've just put them together enough to run and move them. Yeah. We've put water in them. We've put fluids in them. But that's it. Throw some batteries in it and go. Bolt it down and it's good to go. So out of all the cars of Night of Destruction round #1, these cars have been the least to touch. All we've done is literally hook them up to trailers and park them.
And now here's the concern going into this, though.
Yes.
We had a bit of a battery fiasco happen early on that didn't happen on camera. We usually get, and we did get our batteries from Lee's Battery, a great sponsor of ours. Of course, want to also give a shout out to Dave's Auto.
Which we got a couple of radiators for.
But the Lee, yes, we did.
So we did work on these cars for 5 minutes.
Yeah. But Lee's Batteries gave us 3 perfect batteries.
Yep.
But one of those batteries ended up accidentally in a Demolition Derby car as opposed to my trailer car.
Yeah.
And suddenly we have a
You
bit
have a
of
question
an
about
issue.
it. We did have your battery charging. It should be completely charged. When we saw it, it was set 100%. So it should be charged. I know the guys have been back there working as we've been racing. So those guys probably have unbolted it down knowing it's 100% good to go.
Well,
so let's go trailer racing.
It's time for trailer racing, ladies and gentlemen.
Before the Demolition Derby, by the way, just strapped a trailer onto my car. Not any old strap. The latch of the trailer ball is broken. It broke in her hands as we were hooking it up to the car. It completely shattered apart in a million pieces. So I had to get some duct tape.
Well, I'd like to add one more thing to this as we get going.
Yep.
Tommy left his Demolition Derby car in neutral.
You saw me leave. You know where I went.
Attention in the pits, trailer cars. All trailer cars, we need you guys to be staged up for your race.
Hey, Jeffrey, get in there and see if this thing runs. We don't even know.
There's a jumper switch? Yeah, there's a jumper mode. Just get in there so you can get your foot on the throttle and not stop.
I know.
Ready? And go. Go.
Night of Destruction is done. The trailer race is complete. And Tommy, the first one of 3 of this year, it's done.
It's done, yeah. Luckily, the cars are still somewhat able to run. I just got to ask you right off the start, what happened to your car?
Oh, God, at what point?
Yeah, true. I'll say, right as we were getting ready to go, it looked like you almost did not make it.
Well, you were a big help in this incident. What happened was, got in there, we talked about
Dead
the battery.
battery.
The battery's dead.
Man.
Something didn't work out with that battery. We knew that it was already a sketchy one.
I think that battery turned sketchy to dead in a minute and a half.
Yeah, it wouldn't start up for me. Tommy didn't climb into his own trailer car to help me out, and you had that mechanism that had a jump starter option.
Yeah, we had the battery charger that had the one last button on the bottom. It said car jumper.
Thank God for that.
We literally unbolted your battery for a split second, hooked it up to the jumper.
Yeah.
You got your car fired up. We clamped it all down, and then you almost killed it for the one and only time.
Yeah.
You only had one chance to get to the staging, and you almost died.
Now, what happens here is I know a couple things. A, that because this battery's dead, if I stall at any point in this race, I'm dead.
Yep.
Most likely it's not going to refire. That's basically the nature of our batteries. I also know that my car likes to stall when I put it into drive. I'm like, I need to let this thing warm up as long as I can. Your dad was helping us out through the event. He's like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm watching you. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for Tommy to go by.
Yeah.
Stalling as much as I possibly can. You go by, I put it into drive, and this happens. What you hear there is the car stall out and refire in the span of a millisecond.
And how lucky did you get? You got extremely lucky.
That would have been it.
That could have been it.
That was it.
Yeah.
And I started to go, damn, as it refires, it's just, I was like, okay.
And then I heard a burnout.
Oh, because I had my foot to the floor. We're not missing out on this.
Yeah.
And Tommy, the second we got to staging, I had that moment where I was able to say, we made it.
We made it.
At this point, all that stress leading up to any of these events, that's when it finally subsides because we did it. We got most of our cars to run all the events here on Night of Destruction.
Yep.
It was a fun Night of Destruction. But now let's talk about what happened in the trailer race.
Oh, man. Well, I lost my bumper.
I noticed.
I think I lost it on lap number 2. Hey,
that
for
thing
the credit,
was flying.
we didn't have a bumper from my car at all until that day. My dad and crew guy Dale went over and welded the bumper to the car. When they came over, the crew guys were like, this bumper's probably going to fall off. It's because the material itself that it's welded to, not the bumper, not the car, but the material in between to make the mesh happen wasn't going to be cutting it.
It was pretty thin.
It was very thin. That's all the material they can find in the pit area that we had left over. So they're like, if you make a lap in this thing, you'll be lucky. Well, I made 2.
Yes, you did. And then you went on. You didn't stop, though. You were still shoving things all over the place.
I was moving stuff around, crashing into once my bumper came off and I watched it fly out of my passenger window, basically, I literally saw it fly that way. Once I saw that happen, my race was done in the regard of going really crazy. Now, my race had already been finished up right before that as I just got hit by my trailer after pushing another trailer around. Once my trailer got hit, it flew off. And that's how we play at trailer racing. If your trailer gets knocked off, it's as if you're out of the race.
Yeah, we actually had this discussion during the drivers' meeting, and everyone came to the consensus that if your trailer falls off, you shouldn't be in the running for the top 3.
Exactly. So
that's how it should be.
My quote scoring system, as in the trailer attached to me, was out. It's done, out of the race, and so am I. Now I'm out there just to push stuff around. Well, once I lost my bumper, I was just going to push stuff around. I couldn't crash hard. I had nothing to protect my front end. So I think Shayla was out there running a few things as well, and she actually ended her race inside. She hit a boat, I think, at turn number 1. I saw her and a boat stuck together, and since I was kind of out of the race, I figured I'd move the boat around to help her out. Her car was dead in the water. It wouldn't start up, not a battery issue like Jeffrey's. I think it might be even a fuel pump issue like we've had in that car before. So something might be happening to where any impact, which we have taken out the motor cutoff in an impact. So that's not the issue. I think it's the fuel pump itself, the housing or the sending unit. When something jars that car, it'll knock it out. So that could be the issue for her car. But for you, What happened in your trailer race?
Well, my trailer race, it started out a lot slower than I wanted it to. I wanted to be hitting things from the get-go. I started in the back again, and for this one, I'm like, I'm going to ride around. I kind of try and set things up so people go by me, and then I go after them.
Yep.
But I was having a little bit of speed issues at the beginning. Someone go by me, I'm like, now's my chance. They'd pull away. Now's my chance. It wasn't unusual. It's just I wasn't getting off the turns as good. The car handled a little bit better than the first time. I remember we had that weird push that was occurring.
We might have to take your car to Larry at Record Performance in El Monte, where we got the camping trailer from, and get that carburetor tuned
You hear this?
up.
You hear this guy? So favorite moment of the trailers for me was I started pushing trailers over here.
Yes.
And I managed to get 3 at a time.
You had your collection going.
And something happened during all this pushing that the Cheryl Highland machine, she came up and she actually hit my car.
That's unusual.
And I was like, no, Cheryl, you're not going to do that. And I matched my gas thinking I'm going to go just dump her trailer.
Yeah.
And I actually stalled out the car because I hit it. It just went,
that was it, huh?
and the second it shut off, I knew it was it, but it wasn't.
Because I came around.
He started pushing. You saw it in the skid plate races.
I loved how I was watching out my windshield through his car, and all of a sudden, as soon as I bumped into him, he knew what was going on. Shoved that thing in neutral, and along for the ride you were, and then we both crashed
And
together.
then well, I saw a trailer that was
Yes,
sitting
you
there,
did.
and I'm
Yep.
like, we're gonna make this exciting. I cranked the wheel. We're rolling into it. I hit that thing. When I hit that thing, I thought my car was destroyed.
Oh, so did I. Same with my car. I didn't have a bumper on it, and you had crashed me into it.
I yanked you into it.
You did. I was stuck. I had nowhere to go. And you can see when I backed out of the car, I took you with me.
You
a
were my
little
tow
bit.
truck.
Yeah. And then we got unhooked, and I left you there.
Yeah, it was just a hilarious trailer race as usual.
We destroyed the track. I don't know how they were able to do LA racing the next day. here.
You guys want to once again see the most epic shot of a trailer race I think we've ever gotten?
Let's see it.
Right here. That camera almost died.
Oh, man.
I don't know how it's still there.
And that shows how crazy these trailer races are at Irwindale Speedway.
Yep.
I don't know how. I don't know what. Congratulations to Robert Rice, the guy that we love to try to beat, but we have the most respect for out here. Beats us again. Off a great move. He launched his car and trailer over a boat in turn 1. And that was about the end result for us.
That was what the car did.
Yep.
Tommy, a fun night of destruction. As usual, a stressful one. We weren't where we wanted to be going into it because we had a lot of extra cars that were thrown at us at the last second.
Yep.
I feel like going into the following one, most of the camera situation was set up. Your battery was dead on your in-car for the trailer race. That's why we didn't have one there for you. But we had a lot of great shots. Did a lot better with the cameras this time. That was my goal.
Yep.
Like, no car could have started. As long as the cameras
that's
were on the
right.
cars, I was happy.
Well, man, what a night. The next one, August 30th,
August
2014. And then the one after that, the big finale, November 1st, 2014. Holy cow. We've got 2 more left, Jeffrey. One was crazy. We've got 2 left to go. Oh, boy.
We got a lot of junk to fix again.
We got some junk to fix here and some junk to tune up. What do you say? We go for the next one.
Oh, it's time, folks. The next event we have to get ready for is a skid plate race coming up in mid-June, I think.
Yeah, coming up here in a few weekends.
Which means I have to go to a Brony convention first.
Well, okay, fine then. Leave when there's no other race, so you pick the right weekend.
I'll see you
That's
later.
what I'm saying. Bye.
Bye.